So we got a 4-year-old who has accidentally shot and killed his 2-year-old cousin while they was in the car. And right now, no arrests have been made.
Tragedy is serving as another reminder of the importance of gun safety.
Investigators say a 2-year-old boy was accidentally shot and killed by a 4-year-old who found an unsecured firearm. This happened this weekend at a rental community in Kissimmee.
As West 2's Kennedy Mason explains, investigators say the shooting could have been prevented.
Yeah.
A heartbreaking scene on Scrapbook Street in Kissimmee Sunday evening around 4, which should have been the start of a fun vacation at the Cove East at Story Lake rental community, turned tragic.
Advised there was a shooting. Upon our arrival on the scene, law enforcement, we located a 2-year-old male with a gunshot wound. The emergency personnel provided life-saving measures to the child.
That child, a 2-year-old boy from Georgia, was taken to Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital but did not survive. According to the sheriff's office, 2 families had just arrived and were outside of their vehicle. A 4-year-old boy and a 2-year-old boy, who are likely related, were inside the vehicle together with an unsecured gun.
According to investigation, a 4-year-old family member located an unsecured firearm inside of the vehicle and discharged it, striking the 2-year-old that was also inside of the vehicle.
According to Everytown for Gun Safety, there were at least 146 unintentional shootings by children this year, resulting in 49 deaths.
Whoa.
We know that unintentional shootings involving children happen far too often, especially during summer months when children are home during summer breaks and taking family vacations. Vehicles are the second most common location for unintentional shootings by children to occur, particularly for preschool age.
That's why they say it's essential to secure your gun.
That is crazy. The first thing I gotta say is that the parents have to be charged. Whoever is the gun owner needs to be charged. They left their firearm unsecured with children in the vehicle. Now, I don't know where the gun was. I don't know if it was in the glove box and the 4-year-old was able to open the glove box and grab it, or if it was just in the seat somewhere. But they are truly responsible for the 2-year-old's death, and they deserve to be punished for it. This is a tragic thing, and like they said, it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. Anyone with a gun needs to be responsible for where their gun is and who is around their gun, and if it's truly secure. A 4-year-old gets a gun and kills his 2-year-old cousin. How are you going? Can you even explain that to them when they get older? Oh my God, let's keep going though.
It won't change unless we help shape behavior change and normalize responsible gun ownership.
Covering Osceola County in Kissimmee, Kennedy Mason.
Absolutely. Let's get over into this next video.
A toddler from Louisville, Georgia, has been shot and killed by a 4-year-old in Florida. It happened in Kissimmee, just outside of Orlando, while the family was on vacation Sunday. Police say an unsecured gun was found inside the car. Your Brett Buffington reports from our breaking news desk. Brett, what are police saying about this incident?
Zane, let's just start with how heartbreaking this story is. And we just learned in the last 30 minutes this little boy's name, just 2 years old, Brayden Tennyson. Today would have been his 3rd birthday. This happened on Sunday just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Kissimmee, Florida. If you're unfamiliar, that is just south of Orlando. You are looking at video from our station there of that scene on Sunday. The sheriff's office says this family visiting, staying there at an Airbnb, had just arrived, had not even made it inside of that rental yet. And they heard a gunshot there standing outside in the parking lot. A 4-year-old relative got in the car and, according to the sheriff's office, found an unsecured, unholstered handgun. That 2-year-old little boy taken to the hospital. He did not survive his injuries. Tonight, this is under investigation by the sheriff's office there in Kissimmee, Florida, as well as the Florida Department of Family and Children's Services. Meanwhile, we do know that there is a GoFundMe on the internet, part of this, trying to get this little boy's family and his body back here to Louisville. Of course, they're developing in a heartbreaking story here out of Florida. With
I'm tired of seeing these. It is truly tragic. Too many young kids get a hold of guns and no one is watching them. The parents have to be charged eventually. There's no way they can't be. Let's keep going into this next one where we hear more about the little boy.
Now at 4, we're learning more about a 2-year-old boy deputies say was accidentally shot and killed by a 4-year-old relative.
Deputies have also revealed who that gun belongs to. His family identified the toddler as Brayden Tennyson. Investigators say he was shot after the 4-year-old got a hold of the unsecured gun inside a family car. West 2's Kennedy Mason is live in Kissimmee this afternoon. Kennedy, you spoke to that boy's family.
I did, and that little boy's aunt tells me the family was here in Kissimmee visiting for the 2-year-old boy's birthday. He was supposed to turn 3 years old today.
Brayden, he was 2 years old. He was a real sweet child, real friendly.
California Tennyson is remembering her 2-year-old nephew, Brayden.
He loved his snacks. He used to always come and I have a little snack being by my bed. He always go and he say, Auntie, I want a snack. And so he always like those gummy snacks in that little pack. He like eating those and cookies.
The Osceola County Sheriff's Office says Brayden died after being accidentally shot by a 4-year-old family member on Scrapbook Street in Kissimmee on Sunday. Tennyson said Brayden's family was staying at the Cove East at Story Lake rental community.
They got a timeshare down there, and they went down there to visit for his birthday.
The family from Louisville, Georgia, is now mourning him.
We love him, and we're going to miss him.
The sheriff's office says the adults stepped out to check in, leaving Brayden and a 4-year-old inside the vehicle. That's when the 4-year-old found Brayden's mother's unsecured firearm in the car and fired it. Brayden's sister sent us a statement saying, "His little butt was very smart and he was just a very happy baby. I remember we used to come home from school and he used to be waiting on us at the door screaming because he was happy to see us. He always loved eating all my food. He was just learning how to say my name and learning how to go to the bathroom by himself. I hate that this happened to him."
It was his mother's gun? I can't imagine the pain knowing this that's running through the mother's mind. But we got to be honest. No matter that pain, she needs to be charged. Some people might say, "Oh, well, she's already been through enough." No. She has to be charged. Crazy. Let's keep going, y'all.
Tennyson says prayer is helping them get through this.
That's the only thing we have to lean on is God.
Loved ones plan to hold a balloon release in Georgia later today. Meanwhile, the sheriff says charges could be coming. The state attorney's office said this is an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be. There's a lot more questions I have, but let's get over into this AI breakdown, y'all, just to see what else it tells us or if it gives us any more details. So as we know, the 4-year-old boy accidentally shot and killed his 2-year-old cousin, Brayden, after finding an unsecured loaded handgun in the vehicle. The tragic accident occurred on Sunday, July 12, 2026, around 4 p.m. at a rental community. So 2 families from Louisville, Georgia, had just traveled to the Cove East to the rental community for his 3rd birthday. So the adults temporarily left the vehicle to check into the rental property and unload bags. While adults were away, the 2 young children were left alone inside the car. The 4-year-old discovered an unholstered, unlocked handgun belonging to the victim's mother. They ended up noted that the gun was literally laying out by itself, making it effortless for the child to grab and pull the trigger. He was rushed to the hospital and where he was pronounced dead. Wow. So like they said, no arrests have been made, but the county office confirmed that the criminal charges are highly likely. Authorities are currently meeting with the Florida State Attorney's Office to finalize specific charges against the adults involved. Under Florida statute, it's illegal to have a loaded unsecured firearm where minors can easily access it. So the potential charge of the gun owner who failed to secure the weapon, resulting in injury or death, typically faces second-degree misdemeanor for unsafe storage. However, prosecutors frequently escalate the charges to culpable negligence or a felony child abuse in cases involving fatalities. The unholstered handgun belonged specifically to the victim's mother. Because it was her weapon left exposed in the car, she faces the highest legal risk. The family traveled there specifically for a Disney World vacation. The family had packed matching Toy Story shirts. Godly. It's a tragic situation, y'all, but at the end of the day, it seems like the mother needs to be charged. But let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. It's absolutely crazy, y'all.